Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf the Lore Master, and it is time that we rescue the Rangers and the rest of our friends that are caught by the Falcon Clan.
The time is now. We are as ready as we will ever be.
Let us move on the prison caves and rescue as many of your friends as live still to be rescued. Very well, let's go.
I am ready. Let us rescue your friends. We will rescue your friends, and we will have vengeance upon the Falcon Clan. You have my word.
Let's do our best to do so. None of your friends have been imprisoned in the rooms of cells. Lou Brennan must be keeping them further ahead, away from the entrance. My men have gone on ahead. Join them as each room of cells and fight for the freedom of your friends. I will scout around for signs of our enemies. Very well. Let's start in this direction. And it looks like that we have some Dunlandings to deal with. Release your prisoners or die! Apparently they always like taking the second option for some reason. I mean, I don't know why, but that seems to be the case. That whenever you're given saying, do this or die, they seem to just insist on dying. No idea why. It doesn't sound like a particularly good life choice if you ask me. Alright, there's one room of captives. Now let's go to the next room. Well then, you'll be given the same choice as the other room of people that I just killed. What do you gotta say? You will pay for your treachery, honorless ones. To battle! Well, they're not even given a choice there. They're just saying, die! There you go. And now it's your turn. You just all waited in queue properly for your turn to die. How polite. Too bad you weren't polite when Lou Brennan said, oh, by the way, we are selling ourselves to the wizard. And let's see. There you go. How about that? That's good work, but I fear it was only a start. More of your friends are being held below. Yes, so let's go deeper. Deeper. Oh, well, apparently there are some more falcons to kill also, because there's nothing like a good fight to warm you up, especially when you've got fire all over the ground, as we have in this case. And of course we make sure that we deal with the opposing warriors properly. Next. Oh, more of these. Yeah, only one? He's certainly not going to be much of a challenge alone. What do we have here? More cells. Ooh. Die, Forgoyle! Well, he's guarding these guys alone. I guess he didn't expect to die there. Alright. Another room of rangers to free. Let us give them their freedom, Pine Wolf. Pine Wolf! They took Halbred and the Sons of Elrond deeper into the cave. You have to go after them. Oh, we'll have to do that. Pine Wolf, you go on ahead. I'll open these cells and follow you afterwards. Of course, I inevitably wind up getting through this alone. Inevitable. And I'm sure I'll be fighting plenty of falcons along the way, because you can't disappoint me from having enough fights in the instance. As we circle around, circle around, circle around, circle around. Oh! You saved me a lot of trouble. Penrod thought to bring us before Lou Brennan. He did not choose men strong enough for the task. I am glad to see you, Pine Wolf. Let us go to see Lubrini now, and on our own terms. All right. Yeah, let's go to see Lubrini and let's give him what for. Now, where is he? Aha! There he is. We found him. Oh. He's got an army behind him. The survivors of his war band are there at least. You are full of surprise, Pine Wolf. I did not think that you would cross paths again with me in this life. How is it that you came to escape from the clutches of Saruman? Well, you were a fool to return here after getting out of Isengard. You may have freed some members of your company, but I have exacted my price from the Grey Company. Oh, and why do you have a price for them? I wonder. Really, what price does he deserve to ask of them, considering that the Grey Company helped them? He's just doubling the price that he'll pay in the end. Oh, we wish he could pay in the end, except that he's got this war band behind him. You will not soon forget Lubrini and the Falcon Clan, I think. How many of your number remain? 20? 30? Not today, I think. You will leave this cave, and you will leave my village. Wherever you go, you will tell the tale of how Lubrini and the Falcons bested you. Run away, weak ones. You are beaten. These passages extend for miles under the mountains, and my people know them all. You cannot face us here. You cannot pursue us. You can only retreat. You have lost. Well, what do you got to say about those words? He is right, Pine Wolf. We cannot raise a hand against him in this position. There are too many, and we are too few. There may be another time, but this is not it. Someday we will take care and exact our revenge against the Falcon Clan, but this is not the day. We can do nothing more from here. We must lick our wounds, bury our dead, and wait for another time. But I swear it, before this war is over, the Falcon Clan will taste our vengeance. Ooh, strong words.
We emerged from the dark of the prison caves fewer, but with greater resolve, and with a new ally, Theodred, the Prince of Rohan. We are in his debt, and I will see that debt paid before we leave this land.
We are finally out of that place.
I am grateful for the lives you have saved, and mourn the friends we have lost.
You and the Prince of Rohan have my thanks, Pine Wolf. These have been dark days, both for my people and for Middle-earth. I am grateful for the lives that you have saved and mourn the friends that we have lost. Today we rest. Tomorrow we will go to the fords with Theodred. He has aided us. We will then aid him and pass into Rohan to search for Aragorn, my chieftain. It is a thing of wonder to me that you have seen within the ring of Isengard and escaped to speak of it, you being word of the rise of Isengard. But do these tidings hold anything that we can use to stop it? Is this notice enough for us to stop the designs of Saruman? I hope it is, Pine Wolf. I fear that it is not. We will speak again soon. And we get a nice one of these, assuming there is one that is useful. Okay. Ungolweir, whatever. And there you go. Woo! Well, finally done with book 4.
We have come to the crossroads, and sooner than I expected.
I want to help the Prince of Rohan, for without his aid and that of his doughty warriors, my men and I would still be captives of the Falcon clan. But we cannot abandon our journey. Our duty lies with Aragorn, and we must find him in Rohan or die searching. We cannot stay to help Theodred with his battles. This is rather weird when you consider the fact that there have been 2 battles of Weizen between now and the time when the Rangers finally arrive. I want you to go to the Prince, Pine Wolf. I want you to lend him your strength and your wisdom and your courage. You can travel south more swiftly than we can, even hale and hearty. Our diminished number will take some time to make ready, and we are wounded and tired. Make your farewells to my kin, Pine Wolf. I know they will want to say goodbye. Saradin is there by the fire. He knows what I have in mind, though the others may not. Well, do I want the fine gray company tunic or the worn ranger tunic? Let's try. That's something we must decide as we speak with Saradin here.
Oberod told me his decision, and I will not speak against it.
But I will miss you, Pine Wolf, and I wish you might still travel with us. I know Erebrandir feels the same way. He has not forgotten the farrier who crafted him a new shoe in Holine, nor the man who saved the farrier. You have a skill beyond strength of arms or the reach of knowledge. You find friends wherever you tread, and where they cannot be found, you make them with kindness and generosity. Halbred does not realize how close he came to spending the rest of his days in the prison caves of Tor Morva. But I do. Consider this, my friend, and do not forget it. Prince Theodred was at this camp for days before you escaped from Isengard and held council with me. But he did not move to rescue my kin until he spoke with you. Nay, do not console me. I am not ashamed. Your ability to rally people to your side is yours alone, and it is your power you must not forget. It has saved many lives already, and I know that it will again. I think I'll take the fine line of clothing.
You do not need me to tell you these things.
Nope, certainly not. And it's at level 75. Ah, you do not need me to tell these things. You have seen within the ring of Isengard and escaped to tell the tale. You will be of great help to Prince Theodred. I do not doubt it. I saw Coronir down the path of the northwest not long ago. You will find him and bid him farewell. Very well. So we get to speak with each of the rangers and learn about their thoughts of departure and all of that, because this is our first phase of Volume 3, where we do our travels with the Great Company.
You are leaving us now. How can this be Halberod's decision?
I suppose the Prince of Rohan has need of you. I cannot blame Halbred for wanting you to help hold the forts of Isen. I think your tale of the army Saruman is preparing within Isengard shook him deeply, and if that crossing is lost, then the kingdom of Rohan will surely follow. We have been through a great deal, Pine Wolf, have we not? It seemed we are to stay within the musty library of Zagradung with Nar and Frithgeir for the rest of our days, didn't it? Even thinking now of climbing up to Nar's Peak makes my legs ache. I want you to have these spare boots of mine in memory of our time spent in the high places. All right?
I am worried about Gullidir.
Gullidir has endured much in the depths of Carndoom, as you know, and he will never forgive himself for Lorneal's death. But his journey has done much to relieve some of his hurts. I think it is simply this. He has a purpose again. There is work to be done, and until we find Aragorn, as we have sworn to do, it remains unfinished. But our captivity in the prison caves changed something within Gullidir. There's a dangerous glimmer in his eye that I have not seen before. He worries me, Pine Wolf. I am afraid for him. We were speaking not long ago, just to the west, but my heart is troubled, and I left him there. Will you seek him out and see if my worries are for naught? I hope they are. My mother always said I worried enough for the whole family. But the dangers through which we have come and to which we ride deserve even more worry than I can manage. Ooh. Alright, let us go to Gullidir. Oh yes. Still mourning the loss of his daughter, no doubt. Wait, he is way out here. All by himself. Hello.
It may be Halbarar's decision, but I would not leave even if he ordered me home again.
There are matters still left to be undone here. The cowards who slink into the caves beyond Tal Mithadra still live, Pine Wolf. They spoke to us as friends, gave us shelter, took the sweat from our brows, and repaid us with treachery. I will repay them in kind. My lost brethren and my lost friends remain here. Lou Brennan? You jest, Pine Wolf. He's a fat man whose courage depends on 100 people on his back. I have faced the evil Mordorith. He is gone, and I still live. Lubranine is nothing compared to Mordorith. Well, I suppose there is that.
I thought you would come with me to take vengeance on Lubrenin.
But it seems your road is elsewhere. Kalinga went that way. If you wish to bid farewell to him, it feels like he has been staring into the trees for hours. Well, I don't think the Lady of the Lake is going to pop up over here, not all the way from Ivendim. Hello.
Are we anything more than the flickering of a candle in a gale to something so ancient?
How long do you think this tree has been growing here? It must be so old and have seen so much. You're leaving us to aid Theodred, right? It is no surprise to me. Ever heard Halberd and Seriton discussing the course of action, and it seems likely. I wish our paths did not diverge, but it seems they must. We all have too many duties in this world.
I am sure Theodred will find a use for you at the fords of the Eisen.
It's a crucial crossing, and it must be held against the forces of Saruman at any cost. We have seen the danger posed by the Dunlandine clans, and the army of Uruks you beheld within Isengard sounds of considerable size. Neither of these forces must cross the river Eisen. You must say goodbye to Radonir. If you do not, we would never hear the end of it. Alright, then let's go to the next one. Hello there, Radonir.
That is the way of it, is it not? We go where we are needed.
Sit with me for a moment. I know you are leaving us, and that Theodred has need of you at the fords. That is the way of it, isn't it? We go where we are needed. The Grey Company owes its freedom to you, and to Prince Rohan, And this is how Habred seeks to repay his debt to Theodred. Perhaps he thinks our debt to you is too deep to repay so easily. Once this is over, if such a thing is possible, you and I will meet at some inn in some peaceful land, and I will buy you a drink, and you will buy me 3, and we will wonder when we got so old. I think Caligrand is wrong, though. I think it's just a tree. Well, so much for that.
Prestidir will want to say farewell to you before you leave us.
I'm sure Prestidir would. Next. Prestidir! We have rangers all over the place. It's time for some farewells.
Be well on the road, and give your courage to Theodred.
I regret that we do not have the opportunity to speak more before the parting, my friend. Perhaps our paths will cross again in happier days. Well, I just hope that there are happier days, I have to tell you.
Stay safe on the road, my friend.
We will see each other again. Halvard wanted to see you once you have made your farewells. He has somewhere within the camp. Yeah, I'm guessing that he would be. Maybe right where I left him. I have said my farewells.
It has been an honor to travel with you.
I am
Great
not.
company owes you much, and more.
I'm not one for long farewells. Know that you are one of us, with ties not of blood, but rather strengthened by blood, the blood of our foes. Our roads entwined this far, and may do so again, but for now, it is time for leave-taking.
I understand Prince Theodred's men have established a camp in the Heathfells.
Prince Theodred is now in the Heathfields, but that will be what we will do when we return to Pineleaf Plays the Lore Master. Yet we'll be taking a little bit of break because they are getting ready to release update 23. But after I have played through that area, we'll be returning for another episode of Pineleaf Plays the Lore Master, where we will head into the Gap of Rohan and face what's coming at the Fords of Isen. When I return to Pineleaf Plays the Lore Master.